Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Catchup. And today we have Onwah Campbell. Onwah.
Yeah.
Onwah. So, Onwah, in 30 seconds or less, tell us about your journey. So, tell us from from when you graduated till now. Just get us caught up.
Yeah. So after high school, I hung out with my dad a couple of months in Jamaica because mom told me that my time in Jamaica was going to be over. So hung out with him a couple of months. Migrated to the United States and joined the army. Been doing it ever since.
All right.
Yeah.
So your current location is here in New York?
Current location is upstate New York. Yeah, it's closer to the kind of like the Niagara Falls area. But to give you an idea, it's easier to go to Canada to go take a plane than to come to New York City.
So have you guys lived in different states?
We have been through so Georgia, Washington State, North Carolina, here. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about your family.
Married with two girls, 15 and an 11-year-old.
How many years married now?
16.
You better get it right, Onwah. You better get it right.
16.
16 years?
Yes.
I'm 15.
Yes, 16. I'm pretty sure.
So tell us about your hobbies. What do you do for fun?
I used to be big into computer games. Yeah, first shooter type thing. Kind of kill or be killed type thing. I had to kind of stop a little bit because balancing family and everything else, because that kind of game used to be addictive. So yeah, if you want to catch me on a good day, give me a computer game and I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Manning school days now.
Manning's.
Who was your favorite teacher?
Vita Singlitres Morses.
What? Oh,
Huh?
you memorized that?
Yeah. I memorized
You
that.
want to say it one more time for those of us who don't know that thing?
Vita Singlitres Morses.
Do you know the meaning of it? I'm sure.
Life without learning is death.
Okay, I knew that.
Yeah. What was the question?
Who was your favorite teacher?
Promise I'm not drunk. So I think I should be drinking, but anyways. I didn't really have a favorite teacher. I had a lot of adopted moms and dads. I think Keith Lakeman, aka Village Rooster, he kind of gave me something back in 1 grade to kind of made me remember him a long time to come. But I think Erna Monroe was kind of like the first mother away from home, because probably not a lot of people know this, but I never really was living with my parents when I was going to Manning's, right? Because I'm from up in the bushes in Westmoreland, like the bushes. Yeah,
Sorry.
the bushes, like real Tarzan, yeah, me Tarzan, you Jane type thing. So I ended up having a lot of adopted mothers and fathers, and it's really hard to choose a favorite teacher from Manning's right now. I think that's a safe answer, but it's the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about subjects?
Subjects. I think math, automatic, just because it's just the truth. You could just see the results in math until I started to do math without numbers. That just kind of became confusing, but whatever. But math, and then physics was a good one too. Chemistry, just because I like to see things blow up, reaction of stuff with water, those kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
All right.
Yeah.
What about memories? Memories of back in high school.
Memories of back in high school.
Favorite memories.
Favorite memories. Friday Cadet. Camille Beckford. Gray. The Grays. Yeah, the Grays. I guess all the boys were like.
How many of them were there?
Oh Lord, I think I remember 3.
Okay.
So Dwayne, I think he was the younger one because he was closer to our age at the time. But definitely Garth, and there was a bigger one. I don't remember his name. But the Grays, those fellows, and then the infamous Sean Reed, right? You can't have Manning's without Sean Reed. At least I don't think you can. I think he's the one who founded Manning's since. But yeah, that Friday evening, I think it was a good defining moment for me because it opened my eyes a little bit to, because Camille, I think she was a corporal at the time, right? But she was just like a dominant, she was just like a dominant student. Like when Beckford is walking around, you're just kind of just like, ugh, that's Beckford. Yeah, recognize. Yeah, that was it.
Awesome. So Onwah, we're gonna just go retrospective about Onwah now, right?
Okay.
So what did you believe about yourself that was totally bullshit now that you look back?
That I couldn't fail. That was totally bullshit, man. It's totally bullshit. You know, because life is, if you're not failing, you're being totally mediocre, right? You're going to fail at something. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. You are going to fail at something. And I don't want to say I was cocky, but I think I was probably a little bit too arrogant for my own good. And I realized that, yes, you can fail, right? You can recover, and you can get on with your life. So,
how would you describe your personality back in high school? What words would you use to describe it then? And I'm going to ask you about what words you use to describe your current personality too. So, what
current personality back in the day?
Yeah. Personality back in the day. What words come to mind?
Misunderstood. Misunderstood.
Explain that, please.
I think I had a RBF sign on my face.
What is RBF? For those of us out there who don't know what it is.
It's called a resting bitch face. So I'm married, but for the guys who are still single, it's when you see a woman and she looks like she wants no part of you, right? So she just have that RBF written on her face. So instead of saying hello to her, you just walk on by. And I tell you what, you probably miss your opportunity because that was your wife that you just walked past. Anyways, so that's RBF. So I think I had RBF at Manning's because people just didn't really bother me that much. They just didn't really say hello.
You were intimidating and scary, man.
And that's what I'm talking about, right? And I don't take myself seriously. For as long as I've lived, I don't remember taking myself seriously. Right, I like a joke just like the next person.
I don't remember you smiling in high school,
right?
And I probably would have been scared if I saw it.
Probably too, but yeah, I like a joke just like the next person. I like to have fun too. Yeah.
And what about now, today? What words would you use to describe your personality
today? I'm still misunderstood, but that's not. Today I'm a little bit more. I'm a little bit more. How should I say it? Maybe a little bit more satisfied in my own skin, a little bit more comfortable in my own skin because I am who I am, right? I can't change who I am. So I've found ways to maybe lighten up the RBF thing, right? So
what do you do? You smile more? What do you do?
I don't know. I just erase the F. I erase the F. So. You know, there's no longer a RBF, it's just RB, you know. So I think that's what I try.
All right. What advice would you give your younger self?
What advice would I give my younger self? Go out and fail. Go out and try. Go out and try as hard as you can. Fail, but understand that failure is not the end of it. It's okay to recover, right? Be good at recovery because you never can tell when failure is going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
What are you most proud of?
Apart from wife and kids?
Yeah.
I think I'm most comfortable, most appreciative right now of being resilient because we talk about the failures, right? And I've had my fair share. But the ability to get back on your feet, all right, and tell yourself that tomorrow is another day, all right, and because tomorrow is another day, you know, you live to see it, or if you don't live to see it, then at least you're trying. But that's what I would tell myself is, yeah, go ahead and live for tomorrow.
All right. Walk us through one of your most challenging seasons, and what did you learn about yourself during that season?
Most challenging season was in Korea in November of 1 year. Came back to the United States. I was actually living in Korea. Came back to the United States. And then January, I was packing up to go to Kuwait. All right. The following March, I was on a vehicle headed into Iraq. That would be the start of the war back in 2003, it was at the time. And stayed over there for a couple of months. But what I learned about myself at that time was see, I know I'm getting different lessons, because it's okay to challenge yourself to the unknown, right? It's okay to tell yourself that I knew what my job was, okay, but then I have a desire to come back home to my family, right? Regardless of what happens, I was gonna come back home to the family. So that was what I learned myself, is my desire to get beyond the hurdle.
What is the best advice you ever received, and why?
Best advice. There goes Keith Lakeman coming back to me again. Balance. Okay, so when he was telling us, or he told us in 1 grade that, okay, you can go out and play cricket. I play cricket. Dirk Anderson and Stu Pease, Andre Stewart, they played football. Yes, it's football, not soccer. All right, FIFA 2018. How about that? They played football, but he was concerned because I don't think he understood, or I don't think he didn't think that we knew how to balance. Okay, go out, get your academics, but go out and have some fun on the field, whatever sport you're doing. Netball. Man, I don't think I missed a home netball.
Who was your favorite players? Who was your favorite players?
I'm gonna be biased. If I say that right now, I'm gonna be biased.
You're gonna get in trouble with some of the ladies?
No, because Roxanne Bihar is kind of like, and then there was my good friend Raquel McIntosh. She's not McIntosh anymore, but she knows what I'm talking about. So Raquel and Roxanne, a little bit biased with them. I think there was a Tracy. Man, what was Tracy's last name? I don't remember Tracy's last name. But anyways, but Roxanne and Raquel, hands
they
down.
were so awesome, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
My goodness, those ladies.
It was bad enough. I think I was like a resident captain for that team, because I went back to Bannings a couple of years later, and Miss Thompson saw me. She was like, "Hey, your team is over there training." Absolutely, I'm gonna stop and watch. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. What does success mean to you?
Easy. Leaving something better than how you saw it. All right. So I don't think I'm living this life for me. All right. My parents try to make things a little bit better for me than how they had it. So now the way I look at it is, for the next generation that's coming up, right? How can I make it better for them? All right.
You mean your babies, your kids?
No, absolutely not. Not just because that would be selfish of me, right? Because it takes a village to raise a child, right? So I'm not just talking about my kids, because yeah, of course my kids are, they're at my home, but they are still a generation of youngsters that's looking at you, like looking at the next adult. I don't care who the adult is, and it could be a teacher, mechanic, whoever, and they're saying, okay, how can I be like that person, right? And the next thing you know, they are aspiring to be you. You don't know them, but they're aspiring to be you. So that's my take, is, as far as success is concerned, is how do I make it better for that generation, all right, that's coming up behind me.
We have one last question.
Cool.
So at the end of your life, what do you want people to remember about Onwah?
Apart from not being stuck up. Yeah, apart from not being stuck up. I'm not always stuck up.
So you're admitting you're stuck up sometimes?
Yeah, every now and then. Listen. It's the formula, right? It's the formula that works. All right. So yeah, I may be stuck up a little bit, but it's not my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
But what do I want them to remember?
Yes.
Yeah, not being stuck up. I don't take myself seriously. Everything I do, I take it seriously. It doesn't matter what it is. But I don't take myself seriously, which means that
there's a difference between, so help them understand when they said everything you do, you take it seriously, but you don't take Onwah seriously. What does that mean?
Right. So it's like having a job, right? So if you haven't figured it out, yes, I'm still in the United States Army. Been doing it now for 19 years.
Hence the body is still like ripped.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now he's a little bit embarrassed, but go ahead.
Yeah. So been doing it for about 19 years now. And I take it very seriously, right? But at the end of the day, the job is going to go away, right? I still have a family. So quick little side story is I used to wear uniform home, right? I had to stop because my kids, when I went home, as soon as I walked in through the door, they just wanted to play, right? So I realized real fast that the easiest way to accommodate them was to go home wearing shorts and t-shirt, okay? So the funniest thing now is if I wear uniform and my kids see me in uniform, they think it's like, whoa, you still have uniform. Yes, I still have uniform because I don't take myself seriously enough to be a soldier when I'm at work and a soldier when I'm at home, right? So my kids are probably spoiled a little bit too much, but I just can't be a soldier at work and then a soldier at home. So when I'm at home, I just like, I don't know if I'm a teddy bear, right? But close to it. So that's one of the things is because I don't take myself that seriously. Yeah, okay, you put me in uniform and go out there. Yeah, I'm gonna go fight until somebody says stop fighting. But that's just it. That's just the way where I leave it. So that's one of the takeaways from my life is, yeah, I don't take myself seriously, but everything else I do, yeah.
You do, and that's what you want us to remember.
That's what I want you to remember. Apart from the stuck-up piece, right? I still gotta make that whole stuck-up plug because I don't know, man. It's just
it follows you.
Yeah, it follows me.
It's your presence, Onwah. When you step into a room, we just want to stand up, just put ourselves together and just like shake your hand. You just have this commanding presence. You still do, man. You still do. When I saw you dance, I'm like, Onwah. I have to be like. Am I okay?
Yeah,
but Onwah, thank you for doing this.
Hey, no problem. I was really excited about the invite because this is kind of new, and I'm not really the social type person, but yeah, absolutely. It's been what? As a matter of fact, it's been 20 years since we left Upper 6th.
And you haven't seen me since then.
I haven't seen you since 20 years.
I know you look the same.
It's been 20 years.
Like,
yeah, you look the same too.
I might be crazy a little bit.
I could pick you. Oh, we're all crazy. we're all crazy. If you've been to Manning's, you're crazy.
Have to be crazy.
I think it's just the automatic.
Oh goodness. So thanks again, Onwah. We're gonna wrap up this episode of Catchup. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like our videos. And also subscribe to our channel so you can see future episodes of Catch Up with our classmates. Have an awesome day, guys, and thank you.